Hi, my name is Bianca Alvarez, and I'll be talking to you guys about Swimmy by Leo Lionni, who is also the illustrator of the book. And this book, I would use it in first grade, and the literacy component that I chose for this book is comprehension. And some steps to comprehension would be, when you're reading the book, you can ask the students questions about what you just read and how it relates to them. You can use this, you can help to check the comprehension by helping the students to make text-to-self connections, so they can think about if the book relates to any of their experiences before, or anything that they have done or seen in the past. And also you can help them make text-to-text connections. So if any books that they have read share any of the similar characteristics as this book, or any of the similar events, they can relate to the book. And the Maryland State Standards that I chose for this book is the Reading Literature State Standard 1.3, which says, describe characters, settings, and major events in a story, and using key details. And also the Reading Literature State Standard 1.9, which states, compare and contrast adventures and experiences of characters and stories. And also the last standard that I chose was the Speaking and Listening Standard 1.2, which says, ask and answer questions about key details in a text, read aloud, or information presented orally or through other media. And also the types of questions that I would ask students before reading the book to activate prior knowledge would be, I would ask them what they think that the title stands for. Does it stand for a name of one of the characters, or is it an action that is described in the book? And I would also ask them to, I would open it up and I would ask them to look at the front cover, at the cover page. And I would ask them, you see a lot of red fish here, and then there's only one black fish, Why do you think there's only one black fish and there's a whole bunch of red fish in the front cover? And I think that would help to activate their prior knowledge and get them thinking more about, what the book is going to be about. So now I'm just going to read the book for you guys. And again, it's called Swimmy by Leo Lionni. A happy school of little fish lived in a corner of the sea somewhere. They were all red. Only one of them was as black as a mussel shell. He swam faster than his brothers and sisters. His name was Swimmy. One bad day, a tuna fish, swift, fierce, and very hungry, came darting through the waves. In one gulp swallowed all of the little red fish. Only Swimmy escaped. He swam away in the deep, wet world. He was scared, lonely, and very sad. But the sea was full of wonderful creatures, and as he swam from marvel to marvel, Swimmy was happy again. He saw a Medusa made of rainbow jelly, a lobster who walked about like a water-moving machine, strange fish pulled by an invisible thread, a forest of seaweeds growing from sugar candy rocks, an eel whose tail was almost too far away to remember, and sea anemones who looked like pink palm trees swaying in the wind. Then, hidden in the dark shade of rocks and weeds, he saw a school of little fish, just like his own. Let's go and swim and play and see things, he said happily. We can't, said the little red fish. The big fish will eat us all. "But you can't just lie there," said Swimmy. "We must think of something." Swimmy thought and thought and thought. Then suddenly he said, "I have it. We are going to swim all together like the biggest fish in the sea." He taught them to swim close together, each in his own place. And when they had learned to swim like one giant fish, he said, "I'll be the eye." And so they swam in the cool morning water and in the midday sun and chased the big fish away. That's the end of the book. And then some considerations for English language learners would be to build background knowledge. So you may ask them, what is a school of fish, or what's a predator, so they know that, in the beginning you see that the tuna fish was a predator and he was eating all of the other fish, and then just the little black fish survived. Some other things that you can build the background knowledge is what's a lobster, or what's a medusa, for example, like on this page you can ask them what's a medusa, and what do you think a rainbow is, if they don't know, if they don't have that language yet. And also you can also teach them the vocabulary explicitly, so before you read the book you can make a word wall and say the definitions, or have pictures of what a medusa is or what a school of fish looks like. And also you can check their comprehension frequently, and you can do this by having them summarize in 3 sentences what they learned about the book, or what they think the key details of the book are. And if they can't write complete sentences, you can have them draw pictures of what they remember about the book and what the key details are as well. And lastly, an activity that you can do to help build teamwork, to help build an idea of what team is you can have the students stand in a circle, and everyone joins hands with someone else, but not with the person next to them, and they have to hold on. Each person has to hold 2 other people's hands, and then without letting go of anyone's hands, everyone must work together to untangle the knot, and they have to come apart without letting go of each other's hands. And that teaches everyone to work together and to communicate with other people. And yeah, so thank you. That's the end.